Hello, my name's Jeff Whiteaway. I'd like to welcome you to what I'm considering to be a Jolamade podcast vlog. I guess really whatever you want to consider this here. Essentially, it's going to kind of be 8-minute segments as far as me just discussing a little bit of my 3 creative projects here. ADP, DPD, and Jolam. ADP, to give some background there, it stands for Aid-Associated Personality. That's essentially my creative writing and music project there. The origin of the name there was, I initially had a few different choices for that. The initial name I was going to call it Abandoned by the Gods. At the time when I decided to start really go ahead with my creative project, I was really into God of War, playing that on the PS2 there. So that inspired the first initial name there. And then Sailing into Blinding Darkness, that was another name I had that I was kind of calling myself that with some of the different riffs and such that I was coming up with there for a while. I guess I didn't choose either of those names really just due to the length of both of the names there. And so I ended up going with Aid-Associated Personality, which was a disorder I was diagnosed with a number of years ago. It's still kind of lingers around me today, but it's certainly made able to control it much better than what I used to. So that seemed like a little bit of a longer name than what I wanted to call it. So that's really, I guess my official name is ADP. Thus the tagline, One Man's Journey, within the name of the creative project there. I guess really the whole idea for ADP was around when I first started playing guitar from my graduation present back in high school from my parents. I didn't start taking guitar seriously though until really I guess my second year of college here. Up to that point I was just kind of jamming out and not really knowing what the hell I was doing as far as the riffs that I was coming up with. I actually almost gave up guitar up until between my first year and second year of college. I kind of set it aside until I started recording myself, and then I kind of realized that hey, I'm actually getting better on a weekly basis here. So that was really the main reason I stuck with playing guitar and eventually pursued other instruments from there. Like I said, that was back in between 06 and 08 from when I first started taking guitar seriously there. So that pretty much covers ADP. I do have ADP music, ADP records, and there's a few collections that I'm looking to have come out. My first album I hope to have released this June, early June. It's going to be called the E-Trilogies EP. That's going to kind of cover, I guess, the different themes that I'm hoping to pursue throughout the rest of my music and art career there as an artist with ADP. DPD, that stands for Depersonalization Disorder, which is actually the official disorder that I was mentioning earlier there with Aid-Associated Personality. It's actually DPD Interactive LLC. That's a small business that I own, which kind of oversees several of the websites that I own. And really, there's a lot that I'm looking to branch out with DPD. Right now, Your City, Your Fun, and School of Elite Talent are underneath the DPD kind of banner there. I first thought of Your City, Your Fun back in 2010, summer 2010. I was at a party in Williamsport, which I lived a number of years from college there. And I was in one of the Millionaire Row homes there. And I was really depressed and kind of ashamed to what I saw the condition of their home being in. And I thought to myself, would the millionaire that lived here previously to these college kids renting it out, what would they think of what the place has turned into? It just seemed like the whole town had a lot more to offer than what it was currently offering. just as far as what things there were to do, and really what was a college, what is it still a college town there. You got like 4 colleges there, I believe, right now. So Your City of Fun, that really started taking off with the help of my good friend, this day, Sultan Riaz. He came on board as the business partner there, I believe in May. So, about 2 months after the website was officially started there. We both ran with that for a little over a year, up until we both kind of took a hiatus. But before the hiatus there, with Your City of Fun, we initially were focusing on the actual local establishments. That was the kind of initial idea. The whole music and art modeling aspect of it, that didn't really come on until a little bit later, throughout the Your City of Fun lifespan. And actually on Christmas Eve of 2011, it would have been. That's when the whole idea came from, to start schoolofeletetalent.com. I'm running out of time here. Jolam, like a little bit of Jolam history there. That whole idea for me was around from 2006, back in high school there. Although I didn't officially have the name Journey of Life in Music, which is what Jolam is the acronym for. I didn't have that name until about 2010. I guess the whole model for me behind Jolam is I wanted something, I wanted a way for me to leave a mark, kind of showing my progress, just from a day-to-day aspect of it all there. So that's where Jolam kind of came from. Also, I do have some writing through Jolam that basically anything that I didn't want creatively to fall under the ADP banner, and that's where it's going to fall under for Jolam. It's going to be the more my professional name, so to speak. There, I guess. So that's really where we're at there with Jolam, DPD, and ADP. Just with some of the quick origin there, some background information. I hope to, like I said, I'm hoping to have this kind of a weekly video podcast vlog deal. So at this point, I'm going to leave it at that, and I'll be able to touch on certainly more in depth with each of my personal projects in the future. So thank you.